Tonight in 7 News Flashback, the Royals in outback Queensland. Queen Elizabeth visited Longreach in 1970. As we heard earlier, tomorrow Prince Charles tours the Queensland town.
It was the day royalty came to the bush. The 1970 national tour celebrated 200 years since Captain Cook sailed up the east coast of Australia. But in Longreach, Her Majesty the Queen and Prince Philip paid tribute to Queensland's aviation pioneers in the hangar where Qantas was founded. Thousands of people from across Western Queensland packed the main street for a meet and greet. The Royals then headed for lunch at Rosemary Champion's family home, 10 kilometres out of town, a world away from London.
She wore the wonderful short skirt of the 70s, shortish skirt of the 70s, and it was a huge day. And she sat on the front veranda and, looking around, 360 degrees of nothing man-made.
In 1988, the Queen returned to Longreach, this time paying tribute to the men and women of the bush by opening the Stockman's Hall of Fame.
The great contribution made by the people who pioneered the outback.
Prince Charles will follow in her Longreach footsteps tomorrow as he introduces Camilla to Australia. Back in 1983, crowds flocked to meet Diana.
In keeping with what's become a trademark of their tour, children rushed the royal couple with scores of bouquets, and barriers came down to create a security and police nightmare.
Prince Charles had one official duty that visit.
The Princess of Wales rested up at Government House while the Prince opened a new $6.5 million stage of Eventide.
Parts of Eventide nursing homes are now being closed down to staunch community opposition. At night, crowds gathered outside a state reception in Brisbane.
Thousands eagerly waited, hoping to catch a glimpse of Prince Charles and perhaps the real star of this tour, Diana, Princess of Wales.
Day 2 was a marathon tour of the Sunshine Coast. First stop, the Ginger Factory, then the Macadamia Nut Factory.
But the piece de resistance of the day had to be a royal jaunt on a nutmobile.
The 1983 Queensland tour lasted 72 hours. This time, it's just 2 hours. Longreach will be the only stop in Queensland, and it'll be Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall's first experience of Australia. It may be short, but Longreach is determined to make the most of it.
If we can have another 50 or 80,000 people a year visit us more, we would be ecstatic. Money couldn't buy that sort of publicity, really.